Hello, my name is Leslie Gomez, and today I will be talking about maternal attachment and how it affects children as they grow older and how it affects them as they are developing or moving on to their school years. So, maternal attachment in question is that a biological nature that is obviously written into us as humans to want to reproduce more and want to care for those children or that offspring that we do have. So there are three types of attachment that a child could have. Um, Generally, those being secure attachment, avoidant, and resistant. Um, the best one, obviously, being secure attachment. With that, a child is more resilient, they're happier, and they don't fuss as much. They are generally a happy child. Um, they are also known to being more verbally advanced at an earlier age. Um, they also like to explore a lot more, that being very important, especially concerning the fact that maternal figures, they serve as a safe space for children. Those children, they explore more, which is important because the more they explore, the more neural connections they make at an earlier age, causing their cognitive development to develop a lot better than those who don't have that type of attachment, who are more scared to go out and try to get those outside stimuli that are needed to be able to create those neural connections. So there was a study done by a student of an ethologist by the name of John Bowlby. Her name was Mary Ainsworth, and she worked on the strange situation research that did look into the way that children with those three types of attachment styles reacted to being left alone in a room with a stranger. Obviously, with the secure attachment, those children who had that type of attachment, they didn't fuss. Obviously, they were okay with being there with a stranger. Once the mother left the room, they did show a little bit of anxiety, but they were quite okay with it. They didn't cry as much. They obviously did prefer to go back to their caregiver, and were very happy to see when they were back. Immediately went towards them. So that was really good to be able to point out. For those with that avoidant attachment style, those children, they don't really have a say in or really care whenever their caregiver is not in the room with them. So whenever they're left alone with the stranger, they obviously pay attention to the stranger more than the actual caregiver. That being because they don't see that connection there with their mother, so they don't really pay attention to her or anything that has to do with it. So whenever the mother leaves the room, the child just continues to play as if nothing happened, and when the mother comes back, pays no attention to her. With that resistant attachment style, the child shows a lot of anxiety right before. They're very attached to the mother in a way. So whenever the mother does leave the room, whenever she comes back, they feel that sense of betrayal, and they have a fighting urge between wanting to go back to the mother and feeling her care and wanting to pull away and stay upset. For those children, it's very difficult to calm them down right after, just because they do feel that sense of betrayal there. So that's also something to note. Those type of children are also more likely to show aggression as they grow older. In their adolescent ages, they are also more prone to teenage delinquency as well. And as adults, they are more likely to have insecure attachments and are more likely to get depression. Parents who are more attached to their children, who show that secure attachment, they're more responsive, sensitive, and they're more involved in their child's life. So attachment really is important when it comes to the development of a child. If they don't have that secure attachment, they're not allowed to go and get that outside stimuli that they need. So that's something also to keep in mind. It really just goes to show exactly how important attachment is. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you.